morning, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the results of my May personal art challenge, which I used the Kuretake Art Nouveau set. I would show you that, but I left it in the UK. I was trying to downgrade my packing weight, so I left it in the UK. Anyway, I used a few sketchbooks throughout the month. I will caveat and say I think probably I set myself a target that was too great because I definitely feel burned out between that and working on the book. I feel quite exhausted, and you'll see that because some of the work is absolute rubbish. But let's start with this one, the little sketchbook. So this is the first one that I did. I don't even know what I was thinking. It was the Kuretake base. I did actually record me adding in the masking fluid. I'll find that out and I'll insert it now if I still have it. This is just a quick clip for my May art. So I thought what I'd do is just test out the masking fluid with the Gansai Tanbai Art Nouveau set. And initially it came out blue and then it just became this pale yellowy creamy sludge. So I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but I'll test it out and come back to you. So I've just done this. It's the 1st of May. And I got my Kuretakes out as per my challenge for this month. And I've just put a wash of them over. And I'm going to let it dry and then see what I will do next. It is resisting where it was white, so we'll see what happens. I can't actually be in my little room because it's like 27 degrees Celsius here for some reason, so it's too hot. So I'm going to peel this off with you. I don't know if I should be peeling it yet or if I should put another layer on, but this is the masking fluid that I put on yesterday. It's the Jackson's one actually, so it's pretty cool. My cat's curious. Hi, Mish. Bing. This worked out quite well. So I took off the masking fluid. The way that I did is when I pulled it upright, as in the previous clip, it came off fine. But when I just tried to rub it, you can see it has, I guess maybe because it's a thicker density, and so it rips the paper. Whereas when I'm pulling it, it becomes quite thin, and so it doesn't damage the paper. So the idea of this, when I put the color down yesterday, this is using my Kuretake, and I thought, oh, I'll do a couple of trees, a field, and then we'll have a little underground section, so I'll put a character in here of some sort. And this is the tunnel to come up into the area. I don't know if it'll work out. It was just an idea I had quickly. It was okay, but it wasn't very exciting, so I went over it with pencils, and then I even knocked it back with acrylic marker. I put a really bad little owl. I don't know why it's an owl. This was on the 1st of May, and I think it was later on, and I was panicked because I'd done the beginning stage. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't completed for the first day of the month. So disaster. Then this one was also Kuretake. You can see this is the gorgeous one on the lower right hand side of the Art Nouveau set. It's not the brown one, but the one next to it, the orangey red. I think it's called Mars Orange. Should have brought the set back with me. So there's this one, and then I went over it with pencil. It's some kind of landscape. Don't quite know what it is. I said to David last night, I don't think I'm a landscapes person. I like landscapes, but I'm not very good at them. This was on the 5th of May. Another landscape. Again, Kuretake base and then pencils over the top. And this again, these are all completely, I think that's the problem, is they're not using references. They're from my head, and apparently I'm not very imaginative because these are all, yeah. This one was I think I looked at a photo of a window. I can't remember now. And I drew strawberries from my head because everyone can draw strawberries, right? And a tablecloth. This again was a Kuretake on the 9th of May. I don't know why I put curtains in. The curtains aren't real, I don't think. See, it's a month ago almost, and I can't remember. This was from a version of the one that we did on the live stream. I was experimenting. And then this was the last of May. So I took this book to the UK with me for the time I was there in late May, and this is the view of the bike at my brother's house where I was cat sitting. They're it's way more cluttered. I just picked out a few key details. So this is bike of my nephew, the scooter of my niece, their coats, and their helmets, bike helmets. And that's it. That's that one. I also videoed a few pages. I will overlay them now while I was at my dad's for another sketchbook that I left behind. So you can see this Hanamula sketchbook. I also used throughout, and Dad's putting the recycling out. I'm still in the UK at this point. I was not inspired by this paper. I do not like this paper for pencil work, and with the Kuretake I ended up, this page was a little bit smaller, smoother, but I haven't finished. I don't even know what I was doing at the time. I think I was just putting lines on a page. And then this was sat in the garden back in the Netherlands. So I didn't actually use this since being in the UK because I don't really enjoy the paper for pencil work, and I do seem to like pencil work more at the moment. Sorry, I didn't realize that I'd actually skipped ahead. So this was again using the Kuretake on the 15th of May for a Katie Moody Japan Zoom session. I'll zoom out so you can see that. And then I also started this one a few days later. I think this was the 23rd of May. Emma Carlisle, that was her dad. We were doing drawings on a live call of her dad in the garden, and I hated this one, so I stopped working on it, and that's it. And then there's this Claire Fontaine book, which you've seen for acrylic month and is ghastly. So this is one that I did out in the garden using the Kuretake set on the 11th of May. It's David sitting there. I had spent like that day or the day before, I forget now, tidying the entire back garden. We don't have a garden, we have like a roof terrace, which is the roof of the downstairs neighbour's bedroom. And I'd cleared it and we'd got like some of these olive trees, and I put the table here, which I'd painted pink. So I just organised it so we could sit out there and it'd be more nicer for us. I did that. I made David laugh with his funny expression. And this was another one on the 15th of May, a Katie Moody Zoom session focusing on photos of Japan. So I did this one with the Kuretake set. Doesn't look like the photo. This is part of why I think I'm more of an urban person than a landscape person. I struggle with leafage. That's from ages ago. Nope, that's April. Oh, that's it. That's all I've got in that one. And then I'll show you the big one next. So I didn't end up taking this one to the UK when I was traveling. So you saw this one, I think, because I shared it on the YouTube feed community area. Then I attempted a version here. I think I put Neocolor base, but I'm not sure. Not near. Oh, sorry, I can't even see. I'm so tired. Kuretake base. This one was definitely Kuretake set because I wrote it down. So I was trying to do like, because this was like so tight and like controlled, and this one was a bit just like, what on earth have you done there? I opted for a, I don't know, there's no words to describe that either. Oh my gosh, the fly came in the room. And that's not Kuretake, obviously, but that was that. Hang on, I have to get rid of the fly. I think I got it. I hate flies. On the 9th of May, there was another Katie Moody session that was Japan based. So I did this one with a Kuretake set. We had 3 different images, I think it was, and I did other mediums for these 3. These are up on my Instagram, but this is the one I did with the Kuretake set, and meh. Then this one we did on the live stream together in May. I haven't had a chance to finish it because then I was in the UK. This was the Kuretake set as well. I think that's it. I've not used this one since because then I was in the UK and it was the end of May. So hopefully I've also showed you the section I did at my dad's. Okay, this was the 5th of May. Yeah, no words. I can't remember where the images come from. They might have been from a Patreon that I'm in. Like, her name is Sidem. She's an Instagram artist. She's based in Scotland, but she has this like Patreon where I think it's like £1 a month, and each week she uploads new images that she sources for inspo. I think I might have grabbed it from there. I'm gonna have to flick through to find these. Okay, this was the 4th of May using the Kuretake set and basing it upon the one I did of David, where he's like, what happened to my eyebrows? He really worries about this. He worries about this in that he's like, is that really how I look, Evie? And I'm like, no, stupid. That's just like my inability to use the Kuretake set and actually accurately depict you as in a portraiture way. So to make him feel better, I then, on this page, you've seen this one before, I did this using the Kuretake set of me, and I used that masking fluid on the jacket. My face is far too pink, but it would be a closer version of me than at any other point that I've done. This was also the Kuretake set from Lena Moz, who has a Patreon. She's a girl in Poland, and I quite like that. I like how light it is. And then this was again in the garden in the 11th of May. This was David from a different angle. So before he'd been sat at the table next to me, this is him on the deck chair over here. I'd rearranged all the plants, but I got the deck chair in a bit skew. That was Tombow, so that doesn't count. This was the Kuretake set on the Katie Moody Zoom 15th of May. I can go back into this and work on it. I ran out of time during the call. It's the Japan Zoom session and it needs more work. They all need more work. I'm a bit rubbish at the moment. This was not the Kuretake set. That's the one we did on the live. Oh, this was at my brother's Lee's kitchen. When I was cat sitting, I just did like quick little paint sketches of household appliances just to break up my day because I was exhausted from the sewing and the pattern making for the book, and I was like, I'm just gonna do this. This was the 23rd of May. That was a Emma Carlisle session, and it was timed, and I didn't estimate correctly the amount of time I had for this, and I went big with the Kuretake set and then regretted it because I didn't get to finish it. That's on a list of things to do. This was also Kuretake, but obviously the focus there was the pencil. This one was the Japan month in KG Median, but it's using one of her reference images, and I used the Kuretake set. She was running like a prize for winning, I think it's Hoban Gouache and a Kuretake set that she'd picked up in Japan, and I chose this reference image to do, which I quite enjoyed. It took me a while. I like this rock. That's all I have to say. I think the rock came out good. Then this was the window ledge on the 30th of May of my brother's house, the sink and kitchen window. It's a lot tidier than in reality. I like the cute little details, like the way I've done the forks and the garden through the window. This was a self-portrait. So basically the mirror was here, and the week before there had been a live self-portrait session in Emma Carlisle's Patreon, and I really wanted to do it, but it was the same time that my brother and his family were heading off on their holiday, so I wanted to make sure I was there to see them, but we ended up missing each other by like 20 seconds, so I didn't get to do the session. So I really wanted to make the time to do it, or a self-portrait. So the mirror was here, and the ironing board where I was cutting and pressing interfacings and stuff was here. So I got my sketchbook out and I just kept crouching down and looking in the mirror. So I actually do resemble me crouching down and looking. It's probably the best version of a portrait of me that I've done. So there's that. And then I think that's it for Kuretake. Then we move into June. So that's it. That's probably the best page to finish on anyway. All in all, I really love those paints. They're good for getting down colour and working on top of. I don't think they're great as standalone paints, personally, but that might be more because I'm not very good at using them. It's probably that, to be fair. I don't mind this. I think when I've used them for like man-made objects as just like blocks of color, they work really well, but because they're quite opaque, I wonder about their ability to really layer. I wonder if anyone's ever done like a really good self-portrait using them. So that's it. That's my thoughts. I love the colors within the Art Nouveau set. I'm excited because I shared on, I think it was on Tuesday, my month of June challenge, and I've expanded my palette. I've got one space here. I'm going uptown later to buy the one that's going here, so I've arranged it in a way that makes sense. I will link to that video up in the corner if you haven't seen it yet. But basically I'm using the Gian Dobie something to do with color, and some of these colors. So she says the book is from like the 1980s, and in the book she says that actually burnt sienna, raw sienna are multi-pigmented, but actually these are the Daniel Smiths and they're not, they're single pigment, because she talks about how you can use rose madder genuine with, she uses Aurelian, but I've got Hansa Yellow Light, to create your own version of both of these depending on how much water you add or which one you have more of. And then we've got, what else did I add in here that you haven't seen? Rose of Ultramarine, which is Daniel Smith. Sepia or Sepia, which was Winsor Newton. Oh, this is my translucent orange from Winsor Newton, and this is my burnt sienna, no, quinacridone sienna from Daniel Smith, which I would like to omit for the burnt orange, but I don't really want to go out and spend money on something that's very similar to this anyway. And then this is indigo. No, it's not. That's Perylene Green. This is indigo. This is Green Gold from Winsor Newton because I thought it would be a nice mix here. So the one that I've got to get is the Winsor Green to go here. And then this is the staining. This is the staining. This is the staining. That's alizarin crimson. This is Winsor Blue red shade. Then these are single pigments down here. No, that's wrong. These are transparent down here. These are semi-transparent. That's complicated. But I'm having fun with these. I feel like it's adding, because I don't know, I don't know, I'm not very good with this stuff anyway, but I did this one using those colors. I don't know, I'm gonna stop waffling because a fly just came in my room. So do check that video out if you want to see what my actual plan is for the month of June. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me go back to the previous page. Oh, this is what I did the other day as well, using this watercolor set. So I'm liking it more than the Kuretake set because the translucency, like they're not opaque like the Kuretake set. which aren't fully opaque, they're semi-opaque. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please do give it a like if you got this far, and I will see you next week with another video. I might put one out on Monday. It's more likely to be Friday. But yeah, take care. Bye. Do you want to watch another one? Yes, you do. Choose one of these. Thank you for watching. Bye.